A hotly contested battle in the East, just 1 point separating the playoff places between Toronto FC 2 and FC Cincinnati 2. Philip Galati with you tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. For the hosts, they entered tonight below the playoff places, currently 9th in the East, but on 28 points. Coming off a loss most recently against Atlanta United 2, but posting back-to-back wins before that to charge up the table. Just 3 of those 8 wins coming on home soil, looking to right that ratio tonight. Meanwhile, for the visitors, they most recently had a massive 4-3 win over Crown Legacy. They are currently in 8th in the playoff places on 29 points. It is so close coming into tonight. That's why the starting 11 for each side is going to be pivotal. Adisa De Rosario will get the nod and goal for the host. He'll eclipse 1,500 minutes on the season tonight. Stefan Kapoor, an Ontario native, on the left side of the back 3. A little bit of switching around in midfield. Marko Stojadinovic on the left side as Hassan Ayari, team leading goal scorer with 5, drops back into the center of the park to help. So 2 new strikers up top with Michael Sullivan on the left, Jamari Nolan on the right. They'll keep an eye on Nate Edwards, number 25, on the right wing to make those darting runs in behind. He's got 2 to his name so far on the campaign. For Cincy now, and 4-4-2 has been the go-to for head coach Tyrone Marshall in now his 4th season with the club. It's an unchanged back 4 from that 4-3 game against Crown Legacy, and this team has conceded only a few goals this season. When you look at some of the other teams higher up in the East Conference, that back 4 a big reason for their success. Meanwhile, in midfield, Yamir Ukulmana and Peter Mangione, the new options out wide. Carson Locker on the left and Amir Daly on the right. Stefan Charilla tied for the team leading goals, but not in the 18 tonight. So a chance for Tega Ikobo on the left and Andres Davila on the right to make up some ground. Toronto on the right side of your screen in the red, Cincinnati 2 on the left. White. It's really heating up now in the month of August in MLS NEXT Pro. A number of other matches around the league as well going on. We'll keep you updated as the night goes on. And tonight we'll start with Carson Locker. Whistle sounds and sounds again. A false start, as it were. The Academy product for FC Cincinnati 2 will get us underway. And this one is good. Just 3 wins of their 8 for the hosts. Coming here in the Great White North. And excelled away from home, but now the question remains, can they defend the home court and start to pick up pivotal points as the playoff picture slowly starts to take shape. Interesting as well to discuss the different shapes of these 2 sides. 3-5-2 versus 4-4-2. We'll see how things start to shape up as the match goes on, as Edwards explores some space, has a lot of options with him too. Moved along one more time to the near side with Ayari. Going to work on his right, no way through. Son Ayari with 6 goals to his name, more than anyone else for the hosts. Whistle stayed silent despite the appeals. Ayari on it once again. Sanayari looking for his 2nd goal of the month. This one coming against Chattanooga FC. Edwards already making those darting runs in behind and wins a free kick in a very promising spot. Daniel Edwards shuffling onto that favored right foot, taking the defender with him and putting his body in front. Forces the defender to make a challenge. It's the correct call from the official, Youssef Boumsiad. Will be a Yari to swing it in, and everybody is up for it for Toronto. Yari to swing it in, driven cross. Is met in the air by Locker. Will go off the corner flag for a goal kick, rather, coming off a Toronto player last. Quickly restarted with Nathan Crockford, the 22-year-old. Previously of DC United. Played his college ball at Wisconsin and UCLA. Led the conference in saves, save percentage, and shutouts. Looking for his first clean sheet since July the 27th against Inter Miami 2. Stojadinovic lined up on the left side of midfield on paper, but has already drifted to that far right side. This Toronto team is going to be very fluid, but with three at the back, there has to be that understanding of covering the spaces. The outside backs press too high, they're vulnerable to the Route 1 pass on the counter, down the channels. But they have the numerical advantage in midfield. They'll look to boss possession, link up those 5-10-yard passes, and already red shirts will stay forward. Try and discourage the build-up play from the visitors. Tato along the touchline gets it right back. Maybe wasn't expecting it with three red shirts in tow. Just pokes it away. Itolo, the Sao Paulo native, Brazilian, real anchor of that back line, as Edwards is dispossessed at midfield. Check of the shoulder from Mangione. Space to explore on the near side. Here's Amir Daly, the captain of the back post, has overcooked it a bit. His Locker will scramble to keep it alive. Options available for the second ball. It's a powerful header from Andres Davila, and it is off target. Well-worked ball in. A little bit of miscommunication there from the Toronto back line. Koba was drifting off for it. It's his teammate that rose to meet it behind him. De Rosario, now that we are into the 7th minute, has hit 1,500 minutes on the season. Joined the Toronto FC Academy at age 11. Started getting minutes with Toronto's third team back in 2021. He's been with the club since their debut in MLS NEXT Pro the following season. Well defended by Ayari. Calls to turn for Olguin. Both Teams just trying to find their tempo a little bit. This matchup does have a bit of history, even this season as well. Back on March 9th, Toronto got the win. The season debut for both these sides. Nate Edwards, the lone goal scorer in that match, but Cincinnati 2 not done yet. Met in June, it was 1-1 the final there. The last FC Cincinnati 2 win was back on July 14th of 2024 by a 2-1 margin. Toronto has won 6 of their last 10 meetings. Only the most recent one ended in a draw. And of course, with the penalty shootout rule, Cincinnati 2 picked up the extra point, and they are 1 point ahead of the hosts coming into tonight. As Edwards again dispossessed. Always looking to run in from that right side, Nathaniel Edwards. Dispossessed as Olguin, didn't see the double team. Kumana. Now streaking forward is Hurtado. Big touch from the wing back and gets it back from Locker. Hurtado squaring up his mark, and Reed Fisher will cross it in, and well claimed by De Rosario. Wasn't a ton of options for him to aim at in the box. Dylan Hurtado. Medellin, Colombia native. Joined from City Estudiantil in the U15 and U17 championship as Edwards looks to cut in again. Selfish play this time with Olguin. Simmermansig. Hassan Ayari, one-on-one. Loves these scenarios, a great ball in. Well met at the first time of asking. Really fizzed that one in. Kapoor. Stephen Kapoor, Toronto FC Academy product and an Ontario native, back into the first 11. This is his 8th start this season. This portion of the match is brought to you by BMO, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC2. Split ball is a good one. Into feet for Nolan and sprayed wide. Making the run was Sullivan. It's better quick passing from Toronto. Trying to play at pace, not allowed Cincinnati 2 to get into their form. That 4 at the back. Rockford. Told to go short. Skipper once again, Amir Daly. Work to do with the body for Davila, and he's done it well. And it's spilled by the goalkeeper. And off the line just barely. Referee had to check with his assistant. Davila with the big shrug and then into space. Close to home, and Didn't look like Di Rosario was expecting it to be as close to his goal as it was. Able to get enough on it to stop it. That's key for goalkeepers, to get early touches on the ball and build up the confidence, find their rhythm. Not one that Di Rosario will want to watch back, as he'll get a bit of a let off this time with the ball played too far behind Locker. It was very close to crossing the line. It looked as if he kept it out just enough on it, and then that bounces right on the line. The whole ball has to cross the line for it to be a goal. So if there's any doubt in the assistant referee's mind, they'll lean towards no goal. And from that angle, not the best one. Impossible to tell from here, but it looks like the right call. Solid, great ball into feet. Jamari Nolan is tracked back for it. Opens up space for Olguin to find Edwards now. Against Hurtado. The defender going to ground, winning the ball and giving it away. Cincinnati 2 really struggling to play out of the back now. It's when Toronto overcommits numbers that they spring the counter like this. Four at the back, but you can clearly see it's three in possession, with Noah Adnan in midfield dropping in to help facilitate the buildup. It hasn't worked out. Toronto might have numbers. A little overhit for Stojadinovic, but he'll get there. Red shirts ready and waiting. The first cross deflected. It does look more like a 5 now. Out of possession for Cincy 2. Edwards wanted it into space. Going to be difficult. Those white and blue shirts back in full force for Toronto to play that long searching ball over the top. You've got to find a pass through midfield that'll open things up. Di Rosario stands it up. It's a big ask for Hassan Ayari. Done enough to win a throw. Space to turn for Olguin. One-time ball to the far side. Stojadinovic now. Toronto looking to switch the point of attack. That one played into no man's land. Won by Fisher. Again, the visitors struggling to clear their lines a bit and maintain possession. Tullo takes his space and then moves it along. Big switch for Edwards. It's a great ball to find him. Nathaniel Edwards on his right. Looking for some daylight. One-on-one, Cincy 2 really doing a nice job of shutting down Toronto's creative wingers, Hassan Ayari and Nathaniel Edwards. Difficult to keep them quiet. Edwards already with 1 goal against the visitors this season and plays the 1-2 that is cut away. Michael Sullivan on the cutback. Didn't put enough. Picked up his head, but didn't get a ton of time either to really assess where his options were. First corner of the night is an outswinger, headed away from the top of the 6 and the top of the key as well. Fisher, Sullivan. Edwards now in the center of the park. Go back to more familiar grass out wide. Finding that rhythm in this game going to be so crucial. Toronto with 65% of the touches thus far. More than 100 passes for the hosts compared to the visitors. 165 to 69 at the moment. Cincinnati 2 playing quick, looking for that counter, but now that they have time to build up, it's about patience, finding the simple ball. Crockford directing traffic, and then clever nutmeg. Daly still going, couldn't get through 3 red shirts. Poor giveaway in midfield. Back with Daly. Saw the switch, but closed down by Edwards. Nate Edwards all the way from the far side, running it down, showing his athleticism. A player that comes from a bit of a pipeline from the eastern part of Canada to college ball in upstate New York. This is better play from the visitors. Options available. Di Rosario will claim this one a little bit more convincingly. Just a push and go from Hurtado. Didn't get a ton of space, but how about the run from Tega Ikoba at the near post? Very nearly getting a touch on it. Clever play from Schaefer, and well done by Daly to keep it spinning on the line. That's a poor giveaway. Swept in towards Locker. Has space to take it down, and well blocked. Second opportunity still alive. Locker has to shuffle it along. The shot from range hits a body, will spin out for the corner kick. Stretching for it. Stefan Kapoor back into the first 11. Winning the foot race was Mangione, and then Locker onto his left. It's well blocked by Marko Stojadinovic. And just too many bodies in the way for that second opportunity. Stojadinovic, Brampton, Ontario native. Third season with the club, eclipsed the 50 appearance mark earlier in the campaign. This one bouncing around. Locker trying to keep it alive. Kumana beats his mark. Difficult header to work that one back on frame. Andre Stavilla right at the penalty mark, steps into it well, and just gets a little bit underneath it. A little bit better from Cincinnati too. Starting to put the pieces together after scoring 4 goals last time out. It's the most they've scored in any match this season. In fact, 7 goals to their name in their last 3 matches. Olguin. Space afforded to Edwards, and the ball played in front of him. Numbers streaking forward. Nathaniel Edwards onto his right. The goalkeeper comes out. Who did it come off of last? It was, in fact, Nathan Crockford with a brave bit of goalkeeping. A risky one. Edwards, it's a heavy touch on his right, and immediately Crockford springing into action. Kept his studs down, his body big. Blocked any sort of route through. Corner played short this time. Still no space to swing it in. Everyone's waiting for it. Romancic. Kapoor. Now, Toronto will have to find their shape again. Very well defended by FC Cincinnati too. Minutes and change down between the 3rd meeting this season. These two sides. Get to see our first real chance, aside from the spill by Di Rosario. Ayari. Cincinnati 2 staying disciplined in their shape. Clever touch from Sullivan. Edwards again. Shuffling onto his right, and this time beaten. John Hurtado frustrated with conceding the corner, but does so well. Outswinging delivery. Nobody there at the top of the 6 besides Brian Schaefer for the visitors. Romancic left it behind. Cincinnati 2 will step up again. Counter almost nearly on for the visitors. They can just get one of those pokes to fall their way. Edwards now continues his run. Sullivan tried to get it back. Schaefer clears it away from harm's way. This portion of the match is brought to you by LG, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC2. Thumping clearance away. Cincinnati 2 now with a bit of breathing room. Oh, took a deflection on the way through. Stays with the hosts. Real opportunity for someone in the heart of midfield for either side to command the rhythm of this match. It's been a little bit wonky, back and forth. There haven't been one or two players that have really commanded the tempo. So this game is wide open in terms of a player stepping up and trying to make things happen. Nathaniel Edwards has done his best for the hosts to not much avail. Amir Daly, the captain for the visitors, seen him on the ball a lot as well. I haven't seen one player really take a defender on with success or try and find those difficult passes. Both sides playing very safe at the moment. Not wanting to risk anything. Such a crucial 3 points on the line. Has to be a calculated gambit. Good challenge by Locker. Spins away from the foul. Referee waves advantage. Great ball to the top of the box. And an unfair challenge right outside the 18. Peter Mangione is brought down right on cue. That's that calculated risk. It's this pass splitting the defenders from Dylan Hurtado. Mangione didn't see a way to goal and just uses his body to his advantage. Now this is a difficult one. 18 and a half, maybe 19 yards from goal. What makes it so difficult is not getting it over the wall from this distance, it's getting it back down under the crossbar. Jamari Nolan was standing on the goal line for added reinforcement. Disa De Rosario doesn't want the help. Five in the wall. Peter Mangione standing over it. Cincinnati 2 has something clever up their sleeve here, maybe. Mangione will go for goal! Big time stop from De Rosario. Far and away the best chance of the night, and a confident save from the Toronto keeper. Mangione just goes for pure power at that near post. De Rosario was ready for it. Strong body positioning and gets two arms to it. First corner of the night now for the visitors. This portion of the match is brought to you by Chevrolet, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC2. Lip to the back post. Davila with not the sweetest connection. Fired high and wide from Dylan Hurtado. Rosario trying to find Edwards. Difficult to get a ball on the feet from that sort of distance. Edwards onside and dispossessed. Big foot race and options there with Cincy 2. Across the touchline. Again, it's that counterattack that FC Cincinnati 2 has really relied on thus far. Or giveaway. Davila dispossessed. And there were options there for the visitors. Marauding run forward by Nolan. Edwards picks it up now. Forward for Ayari. Pinballing around midfield. Cincinnati 2 giving Toronto no time to breathe on the ball. Stojadinovic went down, referee isn't interested. Big switch forward for the captain. Here Daly, the New York native, played his college ball with the Blue Devils, Duke University. 9 goal contributions in his debut season for FC Cincinnati 2 last year. For his first goal contribution since July the 27th of this season against Inter Miami. Last goal that he scored back on September 15th against Columbus of last year. Tato has stayed high, trying to thread the needle into Ikoba, and it's a smart header back. Now, will Cincinnati 2 keep numbers high here? Looks like they'll try and force something with the high press. They may be vulnerable on the counter, and they would have been. Hassan Ayari knew it. A yelp of dismay as the ball goes harmlessly out of bounds. Post going forward again. Edwards to the top of the box. Wins the corner kick. It's the most space we've seen Nathaniel Edwards. Most space we've seen him occupying quite some time in terms of the freedom to go forward without a defender in front of him there. Ran out of real estate rather quickly. Two out swinging corners and one short one from Hassan Ayari. Everyone waiting for another lofted delivery. Just like that, free header down in front. Scrambling for it was Crockford. And it comes off Vitolo last for a goal kick. Reed Fisher just caught him between two minds. Heads it down into the ground, which is a smart play if you're close to goal, but from that sort of distance, very difficult to get power on it. Tullo. Rosario will go long again. This time to the near side. Yari trying to track it, weather the storm. Well, fought for it by Amir Daly. It's going to be an exciting duel of talents as this match goes on. Yari, whistle sounds. Referee was looking for the advantage and didn't see one. It's clever from Yari. We haven't seen him play a lot of one-touch so far tonight. Sees the defender charging him down out of his peripherals. Just knows he has to move it along and look for the contact. Seen those corners from the far side with the right foot. Now on the near side, this will complement it a little better in terms of the pace and the whip of the delivery. And it does whip it in. We headed out for another corner kick. Andre Chirilla got his head to it. FC Cincinnati, a county product. Coming up on a year anniversary of signing his first MLS NEXT Pro contract. A lot of movement in the box. Ayari, powerful header. As Reed Fisher has gone over the back of the player to do it. A sporting gesture from Fisher to help Noah Adnan back to his feet. You can pretty clearly see that he jumps over the top of the defender, pushing him down while he does it. It's an unfair contest. Edwards. Sullivan stretched for it. Able to get there, but the attack fizzles out. Kapoor. Yari shrugged off it, but still danger present for the visitors. Nolan for Edwards. Let it bounce. The cutback intended for Sullivan poked away. Clever touch from Sullivan. One more time in front. Scrambled away and then fired back in. And a heroic dive by Andre Chirilla. Rather, it was Noah Adnan using his shoulder. Very risky move. Fired in from 25 yards. You can see the defender keeps both arms behind his back. It comes off of his shoulder. It's brave defending. And it's another Toronto corner kick. Off of the shin of Olguin. Fired back towards Ayari on his weaker foot. Plays a good cross in. That might still be alive. It's off the post and off the crossbar. Itullo has missed from a few feet out. The center back absolutely hammered it when all he had to do was cushion it in. Ayari's curler straight into the arms of Crockford. Oh, it's a horror of a miss. Unfortunate to see the first one off the post, and Itullo has fluffed his lines. rebound from Nolan's shot, falling perfectly to him. And he tried to break the frame of the goal rather than just cushion it into the back of the net. Heavy touch from Mukumana, but able to wriggle free, and that's going to open up a lot of space on the far side now. Trying to work it back into the danger zone. Clever touch from Davila. Foul called against Tega Ikoba. Ikoba, a Portland Timbers homegrown player, signed this season for FC Cincinnati too. Looking for his first goal since June 29th against the Red Bulls. Toronto wanted the break, instead the foul called. Big shoulder against Stefan Kapoor. The defender going down. The play goes on. Toronto have won it right back. "45 minutes have elapsed and no added time as the referee sounds the whistle. Scoreless through 45 between Toronto and Cincinnati. In our recent visit to Austin for the All-Star festivities, our April Marie Aguilar got a chance to meet a couple of important midfielders. Let's first see her visit with Austin's Micah Burton, and after the break, we will meet Erin Torres.
Welcome back to another episode of Player Profile. I'm April Marie Aguilar here with Austin FC2's Micah Burton. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You ended up starting your career at Minnesota United's academy before making the switch over to Austin FC's academy. What led to that decision?
When the academy started up here, my coach came down with me and he told me about Austin. And honestly, I didn't even know about Austin because I thought it was just Houston and Dallas.
No way.
So then he was like, come to Austin, and then that's when they started, I think, what, 5 years ago? And it was just the U15 academy. And then he was my coach that I think I loved and I trusted him. So I think now I've been here for 5 years, so I think I don't want to, I don't look back and I don't make any regrets.
And what was it like just coping, having to be away from your family for the first time?
Yeah, I think definitely the first year or the first couple months were hard for my mom, I think, because I think her little boy like going away and I didn't have any friends. The only people I would see is probably my teammates, and it was kind of during COVID, so I didn't really go to school. It was all online. I think it was probably the hardest time because I was just kind of just in my room and I didn't really have anyone, but my mom would always be calling because she was always worried. And just, I think, scared, but she trusted me of my decision because I think she supports it, and it all paid off at the end. And I think now she still misses me, but I think it's a little bit easier for her because I think I have a great support system now.
It's definitely, I can only imagine, like, a lot of times people take those solo times and it's almost like that's where you grow the most, right? Do you feel like it was in that alone time in which that happened?
Yeah, for sure. I think when I came, I was around 14, 15.
Wow, you were young.
Yeah, I was super young. I'm still kind of young, but when I came here, I was still growing. I think when I came by myself, I didn't have too much responsibility. But when I was here by myself, that made me realize how much responsibility you have when you grow up. And I think that made me more mature as a person. And I think now I understand a lot more of bills, responsibility, everything, I think now. So I think it's been a great thing that I moved here when I was young because it made me mature as a person.
So you went from signing with the academy to joining the second team in 2023, and then you all ended up winning the MLS NEXT Pro Cup. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah, I think the academy from the second team, I think it's a big jump, I think still now. But you grow as a player because there's a lot of guys from everywhere, guys that come from college, some guys that come with the first team, come play down with the second team. In that first year when we won, a lot of the guys were older, but I mean, a lot of the older guys took me under the wing and kind of helped me grow. And because I think they were once in my shoe at some point in their careers. Right. And now as they're older, it's nice to have someone that's more experienced and that has, I think, was your age at some point, take you under the wing and I think just help you. And I think that first year when I did join the second team developed me like a lot as a player.
Even what you've been able to accomplish, I mean, going from the academy to then spending time with the first team, I mean, in a little over a year, just that quick change, how are you able to adapt?
Yeah, I think I'm still trying to adapt now. But I don't think it's never going to be easy. But when I am training with the first team or second team, I always try to take in the moment. And I know that I think there's a lot of older guys that I can look up to, and even young guys like Owen and Danny that I can always look up to and like learn off of. And I try my best to learn like off of everything, even when we're in the facility or in the locker room.
I want to mention something. So 3 years ago, you wrote an article for Austin FC's website called Motivation. And I want to read you a quote, okay? One day, I want to compete at Q2 in front of our awesome fans. I want to show them what I can do. Watching our team play from the stands now, thinking about that, it gives me goosebumps. Now that you've spent time with the first team, how does it feel to be living what you once dreamed about?
No, it feels great. I think I'm just grateful. That's all I can really say. I'm still hoping to have that moment, like I said, because that moment I still haven't checked it off the list yet. But I'm just still waiting and I'm still working and learning.
What inspired you to write Motivation?
I don't know why I wrote that. Just what I felt, I don't know.
Expressing yourself.
Yeah, I still feel like that right now. I don't know, I was just the kid from the academy and I'm still looking up like the same. I don't know. Nothing's changed.
Awesome, well thank you so much for the time, Micah.
Sweet.
And thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Player Profile. Be sure to tune in next time to see who I'll be speaking to next. We'll catch you guys next time. Adios.
This summer, the center of the soccer world is right here. The world's best, the world's game, all in your backyard. 4 major moments. One summer like no other. Learn more at MLSsoccer.com/summer.
Lionel Messi, latest MLS debutant, Kevin Sullivan.
Luna.
Yes! That is a banger! Absolute scorcher! Spectacular save from Dane St. Clair.
Action.
Welcome back to another episode of Player Profile. I'm April Marie Aguilar here with Austin FC's 2's Erin Torres. Thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So I want to start this conversation off with you. You were set to start your career at LBJ High School in Laredo.
Yeah.
But then you ended up joining Austin FC's academy instead.
Yeah.
How did that opportunity come about?
I'm also from Laredo. We'd come here and play tournaments here, like in Austin and San Antonio, and that was when Austin's academy was barely starting. So they saw me play in San Antonio in this little tournament, and then from there on, they just followed me till later on they called me and said, we want you to come try out the academy, and I did, and luckily I'm here right now.
Oh my goodness, were you nervous at the tryout?
Yeah, I was nervous. A kid from Laredo, you don't really expect that. So.
Big opportunity.
Yeah, big, huge opportunity.
But it ended up working out in your favor, right?
Yeah, it did.
And that inaugural season with the team, you all won the MLS NEXT Pro Cup.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
It was fun. Obviously, I was the youngest guy there. I didn't get that much playing time, but just the experience of being there and around those players just helped me a lot to who I am right now. It was such a beautiful experience to win the thing.
And being the fact that you were so young, what are some of those takeaways that you took from those players that you feel like now you're applying today?
I think the responsibility, obviously it's a big part being in a team. You got to represent who you are and what you come from and your team. I'd just say that the support they gave me and the confidence they gave me, everything was nice.
And you've now worn the Austin FC crest at every level.
Yeah.
The academy, the second team, and now the first team, making your Major League Soccer debut last season. What has your journey just meant to you?
It's been beautiful. How I said, it's a kid from Laredo, you don't really expect it, but I guess they really just show if you put work into it, you can accomplish what you want. Hopefully just keep on playing, doing my thing, and hopefully be with the first team someday.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Player Profile. Be sure to tune in next time to see who I'll be speaking to next. Adios.
Yeah, I know I'm fully attracted. I'm hanging on like a fridge to a magnet. It's a jigsaw with all the right pieces. You and me, we go good together. You and I go good together. You and I, we go good together. We go good together.
Should be a fun season of MLS NEXT Pro. Wins it!
Austin FC for being a great host to us a few weeks ago. Halftime score, 0-0. TFC 2 and FC Cincinnati 2. Let's recap the match to this point with our halftime highlights, and there are a couple to pick out. We haven't had a ton of shots. Toronto has seen the lion's share of possession, but it was FC Cincinnati 2 with some early chances like that one. Whoop! Nearly over the head of Adisa de Rosario, but the goalkeeper able to recover. The man who's been with the club for the last 4 years, and it doesn't cross the line totally, so still scoreless. This is a promising chance as we've seen Dylan Hurtado go forward on that left flank time and time again. On the other side is Nathaniel Edwards, really stretching things vertically, cutting in towards midfield. This the push and go that was well stopped by Nathan Crockford, sprinting off his line. The best chance for the visitors, a free kick from 19 yards. Peter Mangione's try saved by Di Rosario. And then a calamitous bit of play the other way. Shot fired in and a big-time block right in front. But this was the best chance of the night, far and away, off the post from Jamar Nolan, and then off the crossbar from Itolo, one he won't want to watch back in film this week. As we take a look at the halftime stats, just one shot on target for both of these sides. Not the ratio in terms of on target to total shots that either coach will be looking for so far. The passing accuracy been very high for both teams, but again, it's been a bit of cautious play so far. Really looking for one or two players in midfield to step up and try and take some risks, take guys on, and beat the press. As for the upcoming schedule around MLS Next Pro, a lot of soccer coming your way. We wrap things up on the West Coast, LAFC 2 and Whitecaps 2 at 10 o'clock Eastern on Thursday. Carolina Core in Chattanooga, the Battle of the Independents, will kick us off tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern with the defending champions North Texas SC taking on St. Louis City 2. That is going to be a heck of a watch. Meanwhile, Colorado Rapids 2 have put together some excellent results as of late. They take on Timbers 2. Next up for the host night is a date with Philadelphia Union 2 on Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Stay tuned on MLSNextPro.com and Apple TV for all that coverage coming your way. As for what's coming your way right now, second half, you're just joining us. Toronto's on the left, Cincinnati 2 on the right, and a couple of changes it looks like for both of these sides. We talked about the shifting around with the starting 11 for both of these clubs and the depth that both of these coaches possess. Wait the confirmation on those changes on the near side. Timothy Fortier is lining up next to Antoine Bossenberry. Fortier will replace Lucas Olguin in midfield. Tim Fortier was just 6 years old when he started playing soccer in Toronto's Canada First Academy. Antoine Bossenberry into the heart of midfield, replacing Marcus Simmermansik. Fortier coming from an athletic family as well. His mom, Paige, grew up playing water polo. Fortier with an assist for the youth national team as Nathaniel Edwards says straight offside in the wrong kind of football. And we go again from the center circle. Saw Edwards really stay wide and stretch things horizontally for this side in the first half, but now maybe in the second, if he can start to take those progressive touches into the inside lane, create the numerical overload in the final third centrally, that might be where Toronto starts to see some success. Bossenberry, feet for Nolan, who's dropped back. Looks like Edwards might stay wide. The Trivela pass into space. Well shielded out of play by the skipper, Amir Daly. Clever turn from the substitute, Austinberry. Now Ayari surveying the scene, sees the overlap to his left. There's a bit more movement now about Toronto, not as static as the first half. Had a chance to rehydrate and recharge. Big sliding challenge from Locker. He's gone through the player there. Still yet to see a card produced of any variety by the center official, Youssef Boumsayed. Itolo looking direct for Ayari, falling instead to Fortier. Stojadinovic. Ayari just waiting to play that Trivela pass, and was weighted a little bit too heavily. This is going to be a crucial look at what charges were addressed in the locker room for the visitors. They relied mostly on the counter. Keep a look at that man, Ymir Ukomana. When he can turn his mark, that'll open things up the other direction for FC Cincinnati too. Rare to see him take more than 1 or 2 touches, as a shot from range will hit the post. Goodness, what a crack. Nearly shattered the goal frame. Visitors gonna take their chances when they see them. Chirilla, Locker. Nobody made the diagonal run. Racing the other direction is Nolan. Trivela pass into space for Ayari, and the keeper is off his line to send it away. Dangerous header back into the middle. Poor touch from Ikoba is a bit of a let-off for the hosts. Now Edwards, green grass in front of him, driving right at his mark. Tried to be unselfish, and the window wasn't open. Already this match opening up early into the second frame. Play goes on, and the curler from Jamari Nolan is wide by a sizable margin. How about the shot from Andre Chirilla? The man looking for his first goal since March 30th. Stings the pipe. And then the other way, Jamari Nolan doing the right thing. Had a look, saw the defender backing off. Just caught him between two minds as he went to strike it. As for power versus placement, too much whip on it. The venom that ball had sends it wide. That's a big collision. Shaken up is Amir Daly. Man who made his first team debut with FC Cincinnati against FC Montagua back in February. .500 minutes across his FC Cincinnati 2 career coming into tonight. Schaefer, Chirilla, Locker. It's well organized by the midfield line for Toronto, not pressing until they need to. Clever header down, that a poor pass. Shot in front is saved. Fell very kindly to Andres Davila, who fired it straight at Adisa Di Rosario. Marko Stojadinovic had a toe poke on that ball and put it right into the middle of the pitch. It's the one thing you don't do trying to play out of the back is play through the middle. Daly, Cincy 2 looking dangerous again. Daly with the shuffle and now 2 defenders in his wake. Has to retreat to safety. Much better command of the second ball from the visitors. Winning the battles in midfield, these 50-50 challenges. Really sustaining some pressure now in the offensive half. It's a more confident look from Cincinnati now on the ball. Clever pass for Locker. Found space to work this in. Waiting for it was Ikoba. Instead, first to it was Fisher. And again, right on cue. The clearance from Toronto, won back by Cincinnati, continuing to pile on the pressure. This is what was missing in the first half from Tyrell Marshall's side. Was being able to recycle those chances. Toronto, though, been able to step out a little bit. And Ayari with a good challenge. The pressure alleviated for the hosts. Ayari, 3 defenders in front of him and slaloms through all of them. The 4th, though, puts in a good tackle as Ukumana wins it back. Great ball from Ukumana. And a player goes down. Edwards was holding him back and will receive the first yellow card of the evening. That's so well done from Yamir Ukumana. Everyone expects that ball to come to the near side, but instead fakes where he's looking. Plays that incisive ball through the middle. And Nate Edwards stops a promising attack. First booking of the night. Just the 2nd yellow card of the season for Nathaniel Edwards. You saw Peter Mangione have that 19-yard chance in the first half. This one, safe to say, a little bit further away. And has overhit it by a good bit. Di Rosario wanting to go long, instead plays short. 48, somehow able to get that to Edwards. My, that's a lovely bit of skill. Edwards brought down, and that may be a booking as well. And it is. Andre Chirilla now into the pocketbook. Nathaniel Edwards one more time with the left foot. Just scoots it behind him. And that was always going to be a booking. Nathaniel Edwards, second season with the club. Brampton, Ontario native. Played his college ball with Syracuse University in upstate New York, about 3.5 hours away from Toronto, and one of a couple players from the 6 to cross the border and play college ball at that school. Syracuse University 2022 NCAA national champions. After that, they added Edwards. Gabriel McKenna as well, an Ontario native, playing with St. Louis City 2 now, as well as Tajon Buchanan a few years before that, who played a number of seasons in Major League Soccer with the New England Revolution and represents the Canada national team. This is a great run forward into Edwards. One-time ball. Came off a defender last. And out for a corner kick. Great run by Antoine Bostonberry, and the official waves for advantage, and there was one. But again, those crosses, those cutbacks have been so well defended by Cincinnati too, but with the sheer volume of passes into the 18-yard box we've seen from Toronto, it's only a matter of time till they get another promising chance. Ayari on the outswinger. Bit of jostling around inside the 6-yard box. Powerful header away. Second ball in, not hit with as much venom. Nathaniel Edwards into space again. The one-time ball off a defender and in. Nathaniel Edwards has been creating all night from that near side, and he gets his reward. Clever pass into space. One time to release the pace of Edwards, and it's an unfortunate touch last. Well, if it looks like Noah Adnan, it's not the prettiest of goals, but they all count the same. Toronto been knocking on the door all night long, and it flies open early into the second half. So now how do FC Cincinnati 2 respond with that goal as things stand? Toronto leapfrogs them in the table into the playoff places. They might get an immediate response. The cutback behind Tega Ikoba, it does enough to win the corner kick. It just looked like it was held on to a little too long on that far side. That last move there, the bouncing ball played just behind Ikoba. Amir Daly had a little bit more time to compose himself and pick his head up than maybe he realized. Daly's corner, Di Rosario came out for it and just scrambled away. Locker onto it, into the area. Difficult angle. He stings the side netting. And there was an open man at the back post. Dylan Hurtado at the bottom of your screen. Tyron Marshall, the head coach for FC Cincinnati 2, making a couple changes. Carson Locker back into the 18. His night is done. Mansuru Opiemi will take his spot up top. The Nigerian, his first season with the club, already 2 goals to his name and 8 appearances coming into tonight. Formerly played in the Portuguese 2nd Division. Ayari. Edwards. Trying to push by Kiesel and no way through. Well defended by the substitute, who's out of position now, and Edwards has time. Austinberry. Edwards going down again. Bit of a scrum on that near side. There does seem to be a bit more energy about this second half in the way these players are going into the challenges. Di Rosario, my goodness, not the most convincing clearance, and it comes off the chest of the captain. Daly trying to make Toronto pay. Plays the simple ball. Mangione. Ukulmana. Kiesel back for Chirilla. He won't try a shot this time. Tala with the first header and sent away from danger. This portion of the match is brought to you by BMO, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC2. Koba going down, and referee says the other way. He will book Tega Ikoba for simulation. Ikoba shuffling onto his right, and it does seem that he throws his arms up there. Marko Stojadinovic thought at first he committed a foul. You could see the surprised reaction from 85 in red. Didn't think that Ikoba would get a booking for it, but that is the letter of the law. A couple other matches have kicked off around the league. Chicago Fire FC2, Philadelphia Union 2 scoreless through 21 minutes. The Town with a 1-0 lead over Ventura County with Nonso Animabola scoring just a few seconds ago. Another match tonight with Rapids 2 taking on 2023 champions Austin FC2 at 10 p.m. Eastern on Apple TV. '65th minute, and so far it is the one goal from Noah Adnan into the wrong net back in the 58th that separates these two sides. The 11th all-time meeting. It would be the 7th Toronto win in the contest. Post's gonna back off a little bit. Barry was leading the press for a moment. We'll retreat deeper into midfield now, and you can see that numerical advantage that Toronto have trying to clog up the passing lanes, discouraging the build-up from the visitors, which they do so well, forcing that long, deep pass in behind the Route 1 play. Cincinnati trying to stay patient. Decisive ball is cut away. Toronto on the fast break. This is Sullivan. Ayari. One more time in front. and Edwards can't cash in. Tough angle, but only a few yards away. Nathaniel Edwards, who created the first goal, can't score. Toronto's second. Does the right thing, opens up the hips. Shoulders above the ball and just doesn't see the lane to the near post. Kiesel. Whistle goes. A couple other substitutes as well, getting warm, and right on cue, they'll be introduced to the contest. Will be a change up top. Daquan Barrow replacing Jamari Nolan, who hit the post back in the first half. Daquan Barrow, a Toronto native, academy product. On his third season with the club. His 10th appearance of the season, looking for his second goal. One of 5 players tied on 2 goals for Toronto. The man at the top of the leaderboard, Sanayari, has 6 so far in the campaign. Great run by Opiemi. Did enough to win it back and then some. Another dead ball opportunity for FC Cincinnati 2. Tanner Mangione, the former Penn State Nittany Lion, will have the honors. Toronto going to hold the 18 and not a ton of options forward for the visitors. Mangione into a dangerous area. Well done by Di Rosario to see it all the way. It was the big center half, Brian Schaefer. He nearly got the faintest of touches on it. This portion of the match is brought to you by Ritz, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC2. Great ball behind for Edwards. The keeper comes out. Edwards goes down. Contested challenge again. We saw that in the first half. Nathan Crockford sprinting off his line. Fortier stumbles, loses the ball. Chance for Cincinnati to equalize. Fired just over the bar by Tega Ikoba. Here was the chance for Nathaniel Edwards. Lovely ball in behind again. It's that line-breaking pass that releases it. And it looks like Crockford got enough of the ball in that challenge. Ikoba, with very little time to shoot, got it stuck under his foot a bit, 2-3 touches before he fired. As there will be a change at the back for the hosts to try and see this one out. Vitala replaced by Micah Chisholm. Another Ontario native, born in Markham, most recently played overseas with Hanover 96, the second team. Ayari has a lot of space on the far side. He tries to pick his spot and very nearly does so. opening up the hips and trying to guide it into that top right corner. Looking for glory, but a whisker away. It had the bend on it. The dip as well. Just too far wide. Whistle sounds again. '73rd minute now. Toronto looking to get back into the win column as Di Rosario not happy with the contact there from Tega Ikoba. Ikoba wanting some reinforcements on the high press. Hasn't been the MO so far tonight for Cincinnati 2. That's industrious work by the substitute Barrow to win the throw-in. Toronto going to take their time with it, and why not? Curious though if they'll continue to push numbers forward, especially those outside backs, or as the match goes on, maybe we see less of those overlapping runs, more of those quick one-time passes into space for players like Ayari, for players like Edwards, and the rest of the engine room sits back a little bit to prevent the counter. Clearance from Schaefer. Second ball still alive. Won't go out of play for a minute, but well shielded in the end by Michael Sullivan. Sports the captain's armband now. The Pennsylvania native stayed in his home state to play his college ball at the University of Pittsburgh. Selected with the 39th pick of the 2025 MLS Super Draft. Already in his first season with the club, he's scored his first goal, his first assist, and made his first team debut back on June 28th against the Portland Timbers. Clever bit of flair. Number of players calling for it. One of them is Edwards, and the pass into him under hit by Hassan Ahiari. Just a bit of joga bonito. Sullivan gets the give and go. Work to do to try and round his mark, and he goes down. And helped back to his feet by Andre Chirilla. Probably a smart decision there since he's already on a yellow card. what changes for FC Cincinnati too, particularly in the final third. We've seen that build up from the back from the visitors, and in the first 10-15 minutes of the second half, they were doing a good job of winning the second ball consistently, keeping the pressure on, forcing Toronto back. But now as Toronto starts to explore offensively a little bit, it may open up that line-breaking pass. They'll look to this man to do it. Erin Torres will replace Tega Ikoba up top. That classic out-and-out number 9, Tega Ikoba. Looking for a much more technical player now. Just the third appearance of the season for Cardenas. 28 minutes coming into tonight. What a time to get your first goal contribution. Chirilla. You can see how far back Toronto want to sit. Don't want to open themselves up to a Route 1 pass. Forcing the defenders to either take somebody on or have a creative bit of skill like that. Opiemi wanted the foul. Instead, the counter goes the other way, and that'll be an easy yellow card. Ymir Ukulmana with more than a handful of Michael Sullivan's shirt. Safe to say he can't have many complaints about that one. Sullivan directing traffic and everybody staying static. This portion of the match is brought to you by MasterCard, proud sponsor and fan of Toronto FC2. Outside defenders not going to get as high for Toronto. Going to keep their shape as that one is kept in bounds just barely. Ayari, still plenty of energy left in the tank. Stojadinovic, back for Ayari. Not entirely cut away. Cardenas looks to be dispossessed, and all the red shirts swarm backward. Big coming together off the ball as Edwards is on an island. Goes down. Whistle stays silent. Players really going into the challenges with force now. It's going to be a fight to the finish as we eclipse the 80th minute. Edwards shrugged off it. Big shoulder on the part of Will Kiesel. And a fair one as well. Sullivan got too high up. He's trying to charge it down with every last bit he has. Sent into the box. There was a number there, swing and a miss. 0-1 in the count to Timothy Fortier. Opiemi turns, sees the captain to his far side. Back with Ukulmana. Schaefer in turn, lovely ball. One more time from Cardenas. Toronto holding strong, getting so condensed right at the top of the 18-yard box. Collapsing centrally, you can see that 5 taking shape. They don't mind leaving the open player out on that far side because they have the numbers in the box to discourage the crosses. Now the host's going to step up a little bit. Both coaches preparing a number of changes. Daly trying to take on the defender. Got the cross away. Wasn't the best one. Still alive with Brian Schaefer now. Back out to the skipper. Everybody waiting in the box. Very static indeed. The cross does come in and will go out for a corner kick. Those aforementioned changes will take place. Peter Mangione in midfield to be replaced by Ben Aji. Aji, the Oregon native, selected in the 3rd round of this year's Super Draft from Gonzaga. Match as well as Dominic Lester. Di Rosario punches away. Couple of fresh faces for the visitors. Try and cook something up. Kapoor kicks it as far as he can. And it will be the last kick of the game for Stefan Kapoor. Replaced by Richard Chukwu. Richard Chukwu started playing for the Bradford Eagles when he was just 3 years old. Toronto, Ontario native. 14 years old when he made his debut in Canada Soccer's youth program. Represented Canada at the CONCACAF Men's Under-17 Championship in Guatemala. So many talented local products for this Toronto side. It speaks to the strength of the academy that they're building there, ensuring that path to professional soccer for all these players. Cincinnati too as well have really built up their youth ranks in recent years. Aji standing it up, and just one more touch on it. Needed to be. Cardenas didn't make the run in time. Di Rosario out of his area. That's a big challenge. Dangerous goalkeeping. Stojadinovic scuffs the clearance, out for a corner kick. Big time decision from Adisa Di Rosario. All the way out. He gets enough on that. Going down was Andres Davila, beaten to it in the air by the goalkeeper. In the air again, great save! Di Rosario with an excellent bit of goalkeeping. Danger still alive. Swept back in. One more header in front. Cardenas settling, the volley blocked. Aji's effort blocked as well. Edwards goes down and free kick Toronto. A calamitous sequence. Adisa Di Rosario. Well, it makes sense you can make a header 40 yards from goal when you can make a save like that. Goodness me. Adisa Di Rosario doing everything he can to keep his 7th clean sheet of the season as he's poked in behind for Edwards again. Nathan Crockford, as we've seen a number of times tonight, sprinting off his line to be first to the ball. Adisa Di Rosario, if he gets his 7th clean sheet, it would be the most in all of MLS Next Pro. He's got to make this save first. Elects for the punch instead. Opiemi and Aji. Daly standing it up. May have skimmed off the hair of Stojadinovic last. In swinging delivery, numbers at the back post, sent to the front post instead. First two, it was Bostonberry. Sent back in and no real problems this time for Di Rosario. He will take his time, as many seconds off the clock as he possibly can. 89th minute now. As it stands, it is still the 58th minute own goal from Noah Adnan, the lone tally mark on the night. Di Rosario into the stratosphere, headed back down for Aji. Then Aji with the push and go, and is pushed a bit too much. Came off the defender last though. The 11th all-time meeting between these sides, only one has ended in a draw. That's the most recent one. Stojadinovic there. So too was Bostonberry for the hosts. One right back by Monsuro Opiemi. Everybody back for Toronto. Aji now on the near side. Whipping it in, difficult height. Trying to get a flick on it was Andre Chirilla. Four minutes at a minimum to be added on. It's plenty of time for Cincinnati 2 to find that equalizer. Toronto looking to hold on. It would be their first shutout since June 12th against Inter Miami. Shoulder comes in from Opiemi, and it's into the back of Michael Sullivan, who has covered so much ground in this second half. Started on the front line, then dropped deeper into midfield. He's been absolutely everywhere since that goal back in the 58th minute. Proving why he's wearing the armband. Edwards heads it right back to Barrow. Toronto not going to the corner just yet. Di Rosario thinking about going long, just about gets it away. Edwards runs out of real estate. Chirilla. Nathan Crockford telling all of his teammates to get forward. Opiemi, clever find. It's the center back, Schaefer, who's all the way forward. Puts a good ball in. Cardenas setting it back. Still alive in the box, and now scrambled away by Fisher. Aji playing on the right, the left, now right in the heart of midfield. Another dangerous cross, left behind, and the flag will go up. It was a clever touch, but the run made too early. Now into the 94th minute. Di Rosario making sure it's on the perfect blade of grass. Sent long again. Juan Barrow wants the foul, he'll get it. All Toronto have to do now is send this forward and keep it in the corner. Nervy moment, but clever turn from 48, who goes down, and the referee will bring it back. And Aji motioning that there wasn't much in it. Thank goodness, there was a bit of emotion there on the part of Micah Chisholm. No further punishment necessary. Sanayari wants it back, has the space to do so if he can get there, and there's too much on it. Last chance of the evening for the visitors. Crockford running out of time. Everybody behind it in midfield. And that will do it. Toronto FC 2 hold on for the win and leapfrog FC Cincinnati 2 in the playoff places. No, it was not the full-time whistle. It was instead for the foul. And there is the full-time whistle. Now officially, Toronto FC 2 leapfrog the visitors. A big 3 points on home soil, and an even more noticeable statistic. Adisa Di Rosario with his 7th clean sheet of the season, now more than any other player in MLS NEXT Pro. A couple of big time stops tonight, like that one from the free kick, punching it away, and again from the corner kick. A number of very important saves down the stretch of this match. That probably the pick of the bunch for Di Rosario, who goes alone at the top of the leaderboard. That's going to do it for our entire MLS NEXT Pro broadcast crew. I'm Phil Galati. Once again, our final score, Toronto 1, Cincinnati 0. Don't forget, you can watch MLS NEXT Pro all season long at MLS Season Pass on Apple TV and MLSNextPro.com. Good night!
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.